And I do believe we have reached the internet. So we are on Twitch streaming.
Woohoo!
Oh
Um,
no.
hold on.
Fun and excitement.
Yes, as I juggle cats, as all
like,
DMs do. Only I have to do
mhm.
it literally. So,
Yes.
um, this is our little side quest. This, the main party is off doing their shenanigans for a good month or so in Hawthorne's Fall. Um, this is a little side story that's happening elsewhere. And you are all awakened animals that are the companions of a little old lady who is a wild magic sorceress that lives in a little hut partway up the mountain, and she's generally lonely. There is a town nearby, but people kind of give her a wide berth because they know weird things happen around her. It's not necessarily her fault. She's not malicious. And they know that for the most part, but like weird things happen with magic sometime and they're not really comfortable with that. So she's been lonely, and over the course of a couple years she started awakening some animal friends. And she now has a dog, two dogs, a parrot, a cat, and a goat that she keeps to because she wanted to have conversation. She wanted to feel like there were people around that love her, and she loves them very much. She views them much like any person that keeps animals. She views them a lot like they're her children. And why don't you talk a little bit about yourselves, starting with Bandit? Why are you
Woof.
blue? You are
Uh,
blue.
I was when she was trying to make me like thinky. I really wanted to play with this toy, and I played with the toy, and it was blue, and something weird just happened. And I squeak sometimes.
So, tell us about Bandit in general. Who is Bandit as a person? Because you are a person, not just a good dog.
She's good. She is very. She can lay back. She can be laid back. So man, when she gets excited, she's very happy, and she pretty much will like wag her tail to death as usual. But she's big enough that she doesn't wag her butt along with the tail. So the tail is not powerful enough to wag the butt, just the tail wags. This is an important distinction because smaller dogs, they just sort of, the tail is too
No.
powerful.
You get excited enough, any tail can
Maybe.
wag the butt.
Also, she can see, supposedly. No one's been able to confirm she has eyes or not.
Sight is a secondary sense for dogs.
It really is. She likes the other animals. They're all great. She's not quite Precious. Sometimes will like nip at her. She's sort of grudgingly accepts this because Precious least isn't usually too bad. But if she reacts, then Precious gets worse. So
Yep, that is exactly how it works.
So she just sort of lets Precious do her thing and just it's just a mop on the floor, and then Precious gets bored. And she doesn't have to worry about being hurt because she's got a lot of fur. So it takes a while for Precious to get down to the point where she can actually get skin or something. And skin's not as fun as her fur.
Dreads.
Dreads, yes. So the annoying part is when Precious tries to tie it in a knot, and luckily Precious doesn't really have fingers, so that's much harder. But
Well, technically, Precious is the only one of you that has anything close to hands.
True.
I have good feet.
I think I have mage hand.
I do have mage hand also.
Oh, right.
Oh
well,
boy. Oh boy.
I think we're gonna be okay.
We'll be okay.
But yes,
There's no
Bandit's a
door
good
that can
girl.
stop us.
And she is potty trained, house trained. Also potty trained, but there's no potties, they don't exist, so she's house trained.
She doesn't poop where she eats.
Yeah. She's a good girl. No accidents in a while. She's very proud of herself.
So Precious, are you a good girl?
I am the best girl. I mean, how could I be anything else? I bite all of you. Generally, like I'll sneak up behind you and give you a nip on the tail, but I'll also throw things down for you from a high shelf if you need something that you shouldn't be having. So you know, I I just do what my little birdie heart tells me to do, and honestly, Awakening only did so much for me. I was already so smart. But I'll try not to hold that against you guys.
Oh.
I love it.
I've been looking for this comic that I saw a while back and I can't find it, but it's basically somebody illustrated the true story of he told his parrot, an African gray, he told his gray parrot no when the parrot was chewing on the wall, and the parrot started walking around and touching things with his beak and saying no, and over to another thing, no, everything else, no. And it's like this is the pettiest thing I have ever seen my parrot do. And I can't find that comic.
I know exactly which comic you're talking about.
So do I.
Anything else, Precious?
Um,
You has the magics, or you have
I-
the stabbies?
I have the stabbies or the bites, really. I can sneak attack bite.
Dig claws in real good. Mittens.
It's me.
Pretty
So-
kitty.
The prettiest kitty, at least in her opinion. No, but Mittens is a very, very affectionate and very, very lazy cat, honestly. Probably spends the majority of her time riding around on Bandit's back because she's just so large and fluffy and comfortable. Blinding blueness aside. So when she was awakened, the first thing she realized was that she can actually communicate, and therefore she never stops talking now. It's just non-stop stream of thought, chattering about anything that's on her mind. She has no filter. Any thought that crosses her head it comes out. Just plain and simple. She doesn't think. She doesn't always mean to be like probably offensive or annoying, but there you have it.
And you are magically.
She's a very magical kitty. She's a bard. She can sing now.
Can she? Can she really?
Hey, she sings beautifully, thank you very much. She yowls to the moon nightly to serenade her friends to sleep.
I see a lady.
So Lady is a very old dog. For in dog years. She's getting on in years. She just likes to sort of nap, accept petting. She's very much a house dog though. She can be a little bit fussy. She doesn't like to get dirty because her fur is beautiful and white, not blue, not pink and blue. So she can be a little sort of like prissy old lady. She doesn't like to get dirty. sometimes adventures make her very tired because she's so old. Even though she kind of views all of these younger animals as interlopers in her home, because she's been here since she was a puppy, she's still very fond of them.
Lady was the first.
Lady was the first. Don't forget it. Somewhere in her ancestry, is like the divine hound of some god who came down to the earth, to like the mortal realm. So now she has a little bit of magic, and she's a sorcerer. Just like her beloved mother, our beloved mother, I guess. And that's Lady, fussy old lady.
Bach! I have a feeling Bach was the most recent acquisition of awakened Frandos.
I was actually thinking that Bach is a pretty old goat in terms of goat years. Not very smart, but doing his best. He likes to climb on things. He likes pretty much everybody in the group, and if someone tells him to do something, he'll probably do it even if it's stupid.
Poor Bach just doesn't know any better.
And he is also very happy to carry people on his back, so smaller friends, you're welcome.
Yes.
Best goat.
He headbutt good. So, you guys are home. Does Bach come in for the night, or does he like to hang around outside?
Does the old lady want him inside?
He's welcome, if he would like
Then
to.
yes, he will totally be inside.
Because it's warm, it's nice. So this is a very early morning. Dawn is barely a thing. Old lady is, her name is Poppy. She is starting to wake up and bustle about. It's a small cabin. It's warm. It has a sitting room in the front side, and then there's a kitchen area in the back where she also makes potions and medicines and such. Um, uh, you guys have, for certain that you do not get visitors often unless something is terribly wrong. But there is, being animals, you could hear it immediately. There are people approaching. They are coming up. There's multiple people, which is more than odd. And they are coming up to the front door and just start bang, bang, banging on the front door. This is like loud and urgent. And Poppy, she calls out. She's gentle old lady, just like, I'm coming, hold on. And she comes, and before she could even get there, um the people outside managed to just knock in the door. They she has a latch that's not very strong. They break the latch and just like kick in the door and come inside. And you guys would know at least the one. They're all from the town. One of them has more prominence. I don't know how often you guys go up there. That's a good question. Like, do you guys visit the town often, or do you hang around here more so than anything? Would you know what's going on up at the town?
I would
I'm
say that Bach goes to the town fairly often.
Because you
Yep.
do pretend to be normal animals.
I
in
mean,
the
as
presence
normal
of
as a joke
humans.
gets.
Precious will definitely sit on top of a roof and eavesdrop on people.
Mittens occasionally goes into town, maybe like a few times a week, but mostly she just likes being at home where it's comfy and she can hang out with mom.
Same with Lady. She probably used to go to town more when she was not so old, but now she is old and she just likes to nap. She has bad knees.
Aw.
No. Yeah, because the mountain's further up on the cliffside. It's actually on a it's not at the very top of the mountain, but it's built into like a large outcropping, and it's a fairly decent sized town. They're what they be like they have like small farms, but what they mainly do is they mine gems there. Like some people do the mining, and then some people either cut the gems or like turn them into jewelry, and that's pretty much what this town does. And they have like the merchants that bring it. They're pretty self-sufficient. They're small enough that everybody knows everybody else, and pretty much take care of everybody else. They have their guards just in case people try to come for their gems, but in general they're in a pretty safe place, so they're not super paranoid about like being attacked by people or anything like that. But something is obviously wrong, and the guy in charge, like Precious probably over everybody then would know at least that this guy is the son of the elder, and he seems very angry, and he um goes right up to Poppy, gets right in his face. He's like, "Where is she? Where is my daughter?" And Poppy is very clearly like, I don't know what you're talking about." And the other people that are with him, he has two other townsfolk with him that are starting to tear apart the house, looking for a
Excuse you.
which is
Doc
apparently
is
I'm
going.
gonna start whining.
I'm just going to scream. I am going to scream a lot.
Lady is going to start growling at anyone who goes near the bed, which is where she is sleeping. Or was sleeping. Just growls.
You are actively being shooed, possibly kicked away, as people like literally like will flip the mattress off the bed. And
Time
just
for
trying
biting.
What?
No,
Time
don't
for
bite.
biting.
I'm gonna have to sit on someone.
Time for biting.
Don't bite.
Time for biting.
Don't.
We do have. Hold on.
Lady
I actually
managed.
have a map for the
Oh
cottage.
god.
You can put yourselves where you would be.
I was under the table.
There should be a bed somewhere. Essentially, let me get
Mittens is under the table, hissing at anybody that comes by.
This is my table. I guess
Who
we can
is-
share.
Should this be like considered like a one room?
Who is
like
this
one
I
level?
mean-
creepy smiley face?
what
Because I
what
see-
was the question?
Sorry, should we consider this like a one level house? Because I see stairs. But
There's no upper floor. There's
okay,
this room and then the back room, which is like the kitchen and where she does
then I'll just assume that this is where the bed is. This is the bedroom.
yes.
Lady's here. She's growling. Old lady growls.
Where is there a smiley face?
Where is there a smiley face?
I was kind of wondering that this whole time.
Bottom
yes,
right,
at the
there's a
bottom.
smiley
Oh,
face.
the smiley face is
What?
another account of mine that I use
Scary.
that I'm using to stream.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's a random player like quote unquote character, so as I'm streaming, like you don't like I'm not streaming from my end where you could see all my dungeon mastering stuff.
Yeah,
This
that'll be
is
nice.
essentially let me pull on I have
Once
two
again,
mics next to each
I do not know how to put myself onto the map.
I think you just grab your name and drag it over, right?
But we're all already on the map.
That's what I'm doing.
Not Bach. Hold on.
No bark.
Let me throw on some commoner peoples. people in here. People are like kicking over stuff over here. People are knocking over. You hear bottles breaking and stuff in the back room. And where is Bach? If we can't get Bach on, do you have? See,
I'm on top of the
much you grab
mantelpiece.
your like the. Where would Bach be? Up on the chair over here. Ooh,
Oh,
Big goat.
big goat. Oh,
Very big goat.
There's just a goat in the house, but it's fine.
wait, you guys are in the house?
This is true.
True. Bach knows how to behave.
A normal goat would not be allowed in the house.
Bach is a goat of culture.
Yes, Bach is a good goat.
We'll
Time
use
for
this
biting.
guy as
No.
the elder
I mean,
son.
we're getting there.
Just occasionally fly a loop around the room.
I like these people.
Ah!
I assume my bite is a 1d4.
So, he here is continually like yelling at Poppy and just sort of like backing her into a corner.
Can I come up to him, like, and just sort of poke him with my nose?
He just like turn around and like swat at you.
I'm gonna give him the puppy eyes.
I would like to sit on Poppy's shoulder and just be threatening at him. Like wings out, beak open. Ah!
I am doing chomping damage
to
to this person.
what is your AC? Probably like nothing. Nothing. You. This person just kind of like yelps and yells and you just have like your mouth around their arm and just pulling like just starting to just like punch the goat in the face in
Oh
an
yeah,
attempt
yeah.
to
You want
do
to
so.
fight? You want to fight? You want to fight?
Pretend this is a
You want
punch.
to fight? You want to fight? Ow! What the heck?
They're doing hold on, I have this open. What is your strength? They do about a hit point of damage, like because they're
Okay.
punching, like singularly, just boof you in the snoot, and they're yelling really like you've probably broken their arm, like this is not
Yeah, well,
good.
they broke my stuff.
And he starts saying, he's like, you better get control of your animals before we shoot them all. And
Oh,
she's like, no,
and
no, please. They're my babies. They're just trying to protect me. It's not their fault. Please go outside. Just let them do what they're doing. It's okay. Just go outside.
and then, oh my god, the whining.
Please, just go outside. And
No!
No.
he is going to grab Poppy and just sort of drag her over here and force her to sit down. And he's going to stand over her.
And the dog has just listened, and she just sort of just like Bandage just sort of whining
So,
quietly, mostly to herself.
so what you're gathering from what's good, like they're pulling stuff apart, they're looking under their beds, they're so the one in the kitchen is literally like breaking stuff needlessly because you're not gonna find a child like in like a pot. But they do like knock over the cauldron and start like going through, like the stove is cold, but they're going into the stove and like pulling out like whatever's in there and the cabinet in there. But they eventually come back and they're like, we just kind of like, there's nothing here. Um, it's a lot of yelling from all of them, like they're not very coordinated. Like he's yelling about footprints leading here, and Poppy's like, of course there are footprints leading here, they're mine. But what do y'all do? There's the house is being torn up, and They seem, they haven't found anything, but he seems convinced that it's her.
Lady's gonna run over. Well, let's see. She's gonna jump off the bed, run out of the little bedroom, and I guess hide under the table.
Hang out with Mittens.
Yeah.
Bandit's like just going to sort of slunk under the table. We're all going under the table.
She's definitely paying attention to the leader guy because she is listening for like, what is he doing? What does he want?
For what you're able to gather, it's essentially his daughter is missing, and he's convinced that she has it, and he keeps trying to get her to, like, tell him where she is. And Poppy obviously has no idea where she is. She looks terrified. She's just a little old lady. She's crying. She's scared. He has a crossbow. These people are tearing up her house.
I would like to prepare another bite attack against this guy.
Hey.
Bonk, please don't get
When
shot.
you get, like, near him, he just points his crossbow at you.
I would like to eat his crossbow.
Just goes and pretends to eat it like as if it's a normal. Like he's just giving him really tasty.
I feel like, can I pop out like my ram attack for eats anything attack? Can successfully digest any food or non-food.
It would essentially be a
How about intimidation?
Oh, I guess I didn't give myself any skills. I would give myself intimidation.
Well, you were supposed to pick a class. Give yourself a whole class.
Oh. Okay, what does Monk get? Monk gets acrobatic, athletics, history, insight, religion, and stealth. I guess I would say acrobatics and insight. Okay. So I guess I don't have intimidation. Oh, but do I have a background?
You all kind of have the same one, like you were goat.
Okay.
How did you guys do backgrounds, or did you not take something from background?
I
forget how we did that.
For background, I picked some parrot-like skills.
I went with
That was
the
my background.
I went with the awakened cat background that was already on that
Mm-hmm.
one you linked.
I think I gave myself which ones did I get from my background that I made up? I think I gave myself performance and deception.
So you could pick
Or something.
intimidation and something for.
And survival, I feel like, would be good for a goat. All right. I roll intimidation. What did I roll?
Pretty damn
damn,
good
wow.
intimidation.
Just eats it as if it's just like okay.
Maintains eye contact the entire time.
Just lazily.
Oh my! This is why I wanted to do this, because it's 100% bullshit, and I love it.
So
Why is it rolling regular and disadvantage?
Oh, because you have it
advantage, or-
set that way on your thing.
it's
Why?
generally...
Oh, always roll advantage. No, well,
no,
I mean,
it's not so
that
much
would be
like
great,
it's
but...
that you're rolling advantage. It rolls both at the same time, so you could see what it would be, so you don't have to roll
Right.
twice. We have. So okay. Goat goes to numb the the crossbow, and like this guy, he turns and he sees like Goat just casually going to like chew the end of, and he kind of stumbles backwards and bumps into the chair, and he says, "Lady, if you don't get this goat out of here, I am going to shoot it in the eyeball."
With what? I just ate your crossbow.
Oh, this is another guy.
Oh,
You
okay.
managed to intimidate him.
Yo, you think I can't eat another crossbow? Is that what you're saying?
You didn't roll to eat, you rolled to intimidate.
Yes,
Oh,
that's true.
So he
That-
has the crossbow. He steps back. You pretty much look like the frickin' black goat from
Like,
like
Shub-Niggurath.
Baphomet, like just this horrible monster goat to him suddenly, and he is not at all pleased. And the other folk are coming around and they're trying to start to shoo you all outside. Just kind of like kicking at the table and shaking the table to scare you guys from outside. Poppy's just like, please, just take care of yourselves. Go outside.
Can we talk
He's not
just
talking, but
Poppy,
Alan
or
increases.
do
No,
we
you.
speak?
If you speak, everyone can hear you because you are.
I could
Do
talk.
not speak.
I could talk.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll be smart enough to know that the bird can talk. I'll look at Precious.
No. No, 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 no.
Works for me.
Are you gonna call any names? Are we gonna call him any names? Like tell me he's rude?
Hey, fucker, no.
Poppy just looks like scandalized.
Oh,
She
no,
knows
that
better.
one.
Precious knows better. Precious doesn't care.
Like, where have you? She wants
You
to
have a
say,
good
where did you
idea.
learn that? Like, she gives you this mom look of like, where did you learn that word, little lady? But she's like, please, just go outside, my children. It'll be fine. I haven't done
Whining.
anything wrong, so they can't
Well-
do anything.
Mittens is gonna look over at Lady and then look over at Bandit. Look back
Lady-
at Mom.
This person and growling. She's not getting out from under the table. But she's very clearly not gonna move. How dare these people come into her home? So rude. And
Mittens is gonna very quietly slink over to the door.
Lady is the oldest one. Is that what we decided?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least
Okay.
she's probably like 13 or something.
How long do goats live? 15 to 18 years. Wow.
They can be like the oldest together.
Cranky old family. Okay, so, what do you all?
Do goats poop a lot?
I think all animals poop a lot.
It's true.
You really want to poop on mom's floor?
No, that's just one of the Google suggestions.
Well, I could poop on him in passing as we leave.
I think
No.
I'm gonna follow Lady's directions. So I think if Lady's not gonna go, then I'm not gonna go.
Like, Lady won't get out from under the table, but she's not moving.
Bandit, what you up to?
How come you're not blue anymore?
Oh. Token
Oh,
didn't
no.
stay.
Oh no.
Hold on a sec. Here you are.
Yay. Hi, big dog.
Let me shrink you.
Oh, big.
Boink.
him
There you go.
big.
A proper warhound.
Woof.
He's going. She's going to like gently pull at Lady's collar. Like, come on, we should go.
Absolutely not.
Wine. Wine.
Growl, growl.
So
Lay on top of.
I mean, you
That's
can
not gonna help her go anywhere.
this one's gonna come over this way and start kicking at Bandit's butt, and this one's literally going to try to pick Lady up.
Oh God.
To,
Lady's gonna growl at her. Is she still gonna try? Because she has
No!
and everything.
No, 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 no!
Is she gonna try? Lady's
yeah,
like,
she's gonna try.
okay, well, her hand is getting bitten.
You
People
just,
don't know
you
how
just
to
need a
interact
sack.
with animals, do they?
No, they don't.
Ow.
Dee Dee's an
Very
animal.
ow.
Damn!
Lady's not happy.
Holy shit!
Lady's not happy.
Is
Get dunked.
is
You
Lady
are-
rolling gonna try to pull them to the ground?
I considering these are villagers, you could
Oh, wow.
probably kill them, so that might not be a good idea.
Let's
Hey,
not
their
kill
fault.
him.
I mean, they're angry enough at mom as it is. Do we really want to give them more reason to
Well, like you guys can, because I mean you have dangerous weapons as part of your body. You could say that you're not trying to break skin or like you're just. That could be a grapple, like if you were trying to like grab her wrist and like knock her to the floor, kind of thing. If you wanted to do that.
She's just gonna like bite her hand and then let go. She's not gonna try to pull her to the floor. It's very much, do not touch. Go away.
And yelp, and they are going to attempt to kick you, but I don't.
I'm gonna
I'm going with towards the door.
Pretend this is a kick. If it will roll. Roll, please. Kick
Okay, well,
for a single
Lady
point.
yelps and retreats more to like the center of the room. But she's not going anywhere. She's not gonna leave Poppy.
Mittens is just meowing pathetically over at Lady's direction, like, come on!
No. You can't
Yeah,
make
do we understand, like, is this like a, like a Homeward Bound type of thing where we understand our talk and, or
Yes.
like,
Like
okay.
you, like as an awakened, like, being.
We have speak with animals.
I think that was a question. And I don't think so, because essentially, like, you become like you consider yourself like a now playable PC D&D race. You just happen
Our
to be
shared
an animal.
Our shared language is common.
Yes.
Okay.
Although I suppose Lady and Bandit might be able to talk to each other in dog.
that is
Yes, we do. Oh, we do.
Are there windows in this house?
Are there what?
Windows.
Yes, these smaller bits are windows.
Okay. I will go outside and stick my head through this window and stare, unblinking.
I'm gonna come sit on your horns and do the same thing.
Mittens is running around too. I'm assuming this is a window right here.
Yeah, and I will stand there, and you can sit on my head.
I'll stretch my neck.
Best
Just,
pupper!
you know, like maybe I could possibly reach this guy if I tried, if I needed to, you know, like.
So, what is going on? There are. I don't have the tokens out there, but there were a couple people still outside, and douchebag up here calls like, "Keep looking. She's got to be around here somewhere." And they scatter and start looking around the grounds. And he tells two of these guys to come stand guard at the door because he doesn't want her leaving. And he steps out and just looking around. He looks incredibly angry. This is the one that Bach bit. Their arm is probably very broken in many places, and she would be the one to like help that, but she is just staying in her seat for now, and they are heading out. Lady, you are still stuck inside. They've given up on you apparently, but
Lady's gonna look distrustfully at the guards and then sort of creep out
Lady is a
towards
good dog.
Poppy. Are they gonna do anything if she sort of creeps out from like under the table?
no,
towards
they're
Poppy?
watching. They just don't want her to leave. Like they're eyeing you because you already bit one of them.
She was
Well, they
asking.
shouldn't have tried to grab her.
Right? What do you expect when you grab a dog? A strange dog.
Okay,
Most
well,
of these people are minors. They don't deal with animals.
well,
They're
lady-
not
Good
farmers.
news. If you search scary goat, you will get lots of pictures.
Yes,
So
as one should.
not gonna stop Lady. She's gonna creep out and just like,
Go do the heads in your lap thing.
yeah, put her head in Poppy's lap.
And Poppy's gonna pet her head. She's like, "Oh my girl, I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening." And just is gonna pet her head and like lean over and give her a hug. Like she's still crying, but like getting control over herself. It's like,
Lady will lick her face cheek.
you should have
And
gone out with the others. I don't trust them right now. They're not bad people, but they're afraid. They're angry. There's a child missing. You heard, didn't you?
Lady has many opinions on these incredibly rude people who have busted into her home and made mom cry, but she can't really express them right now. So she's just gonna lean on Poppy and try to, comfort her in this difficult time.
As long as Lady is taking care of Mom, Mittens is gonna kind of slink back over to the corner of the house and try and eavesdrop on what the fuck is going on out there.
Say that out loud for.
We need that out loud so people. It's
Oh, yes, I
recorded
would like to
downstairs.
rotate my neck 100 degrees and stare unblinking at the douchebag.
He's not talking. He's quickly just trying to assess their arm, which is not looking good. It's very swollen, and he tells them to get back to town, and he's very roll an insight, whoever's looking at him.
I have insight.
Is that something I could also
Ooh.
roll?
If you would
That's
like.
not bad.
So did Precious keep her head like pointing at into the cabin, or did it did it stay in the same place as Bach like turned around?
Rotated.
I think Precious is still looking in the house.
Cause Bach may not be smart, but he is wise. And he could tell, like, getting a good look at this guy's face, that he seems to be like on the verge of tears, like at every moment. Like he's very angry, he's very frustrated, but he's scared.
That's still no reason to go smashing up somebody's home.
I have officially put my alignment down as chaotic.
Goat.
Yes.
I listed my ideals as chaos and my flaws as chaos.
Yeah. I just
wasn't
put
putting a lot
mine
of thought into it, I guess.
So he turns back to the guards in there and just sort of speaking through the door, like, don't let her leave. Not until we find her. If we don't find her, we'll deal with her later. And then just start stomping back out towards where everyone else is off searching the area. And you do hear, now that you're outside, you're hearing voices, like people calling Maria, like they're looking for the little girl, like she's gone missing. So it wasn't for nothing technically, but they're heading away.
Oh, including the other one. Okay, good.
So are they like leaving? Can we see them like disappear off in the distance?
Yeah,
Maybe.
they're leaving the area. They are joining the people that are out searching.
Well, right now I'm going to pee because I'm outside anyways.
In character or out of character?
Yeah, I thought you meant
No, in character peeing. I'm gonna go pee behind a bush, like a lady.
Look,
Bush.
just assume I'm pooping every 20 minutes. It's
Yeah, I'm definitely pooping.
that's just how long it goes.
You could potty train a goat.
You can. That's exactly why we're trying to get little pygmy goats.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It is extremely difficult to potty train a bird.
Mhm.
The bigger ones, it's easier, but even then, it's mostly just don't poop here that they understand because they need to poop, like, depending on the bird, every 5 to 20 minutes.
That's weird.
Bird digestive systems are very fast.
That's weird.
I'd say my birds are probably every 10 minutes on average.
Goodness.
Birds are weird. Weird.
So,
What's a good amount of time to let these guys search? 5 minutes? 10 minutes?
well, they're searching here, and then they're fanning out, like they're going through the whole area. They're going down this, like, because you are kind of on a cliff, and there's only like so much area that they could search, but they're like continuing on going down this like following the words, like the path down, and looking wherever they can look.
I mean,
We need to find her. Bandit's like, huddle, we have to huddle. Over here. Away from everyone.
so something's up.
Yeah. What do we find her before they do?
Who?
Well, what do we find the girl?
Do
What girl?
They're missing a girl, right?
What?
yes, they're missing a girl. I
If
guess
you guys want me to stop, then let me know.
No.
Oh no!
No,
Okay.
but Bandit did stop for a moment to look at Bach. And then just looked back at the other two. We need, if we find that humans are stupid, except for Mom. So we need to help them.
Well, I guess they'll leave Mom alone if we find this
Mhm.
girl.
And then she can tell her dad off for being an asshole.
Maybe make them clean up the mess they made in our house.
Yes. Make them feel bad.
I'm imagining a dog saying this.
Because they should feel bad. We get in trouble when we make messes. Why should a human get away with it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think we should find the girl to help Mom and also make them feel really, 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 really bad.
And it breathe.
That was one breath, and I'm proud of myself.
Min's just ignoring all of this and looking over at Precious because you keep going into town. What's happening?
I don't know. Have I seen anything in town related to this?
How much do you pay attention to, like, who's who and like who's like chicks belong to who? You know, like.
Probably at least a little bit. It's not. I mean, I'm sure that that's not exactly hard to figure out.
You know, that his daughter is very small. She is kind of in the learning to walk on 2 feet stage.
Oh,
Oh, small baby.
not even a fledgling.
By the way,
You
isn't
can't
that
make her-
weird?
Yeah.
How humans like have to learn how to walk?
Yeah, it's weird.
Like,
Hey, I
who-
had to
who
learn how to
can't
walk.
right? Am I right?
I had to learn how to walk, and I had to learn how to fly too. So, don't give me
Well,
that.
Well,
No, you had
but
2
your feet are
feet.
weird.
Yeah, you got 2
Your
feet.
feet are weird.
Precious has a point. So does Pock. Both their feet are weird. Mittens is the closest one to having normal feet. And
Min
maybe.
just looks down at her feet and is like, I mean, yeah.
Mittens can almost kind of pick stuff up with her feet, knowing cats. So, yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
what if she's the polydactyl? She has like
Ooh,
multiple. She has, like, an
polydactyl
extra
cat.
thumb.
Fun fact: cats have evolved retractable claws because they pick stuff up with their paws. That was out of
Ah.
character, but it is a fun fact that I know
Huh.
because I take interesting classes.
Today I learned. Okay.
Polydactyl cats just get like the added bonus. That's actually why cheetahs don't have retractable claws, because they've lost that in favor of having extra grip when they run.
And climb and stuff, I guess, right?
They don't really climb. They're a lot more dog-like. And
That's why they get dogs as friends.
yes.
Exactly.
Would you
I
like to
love-
see a horrible? Sorry, this is not having to do with the story, but would you like to see a horrible dog?
Yes.
How horrible do you mean?
I mean, all dogs are good boys or good girls. But I still want to see the horrible dog.
Long.
Those are very, very long legs.
Long
dog.
dog. Long
Very
dog.
big long dog.
That is adorable. What is that?
It's a
It's
Maine
a
Oh my
maned
God.
wolf, and apparently they developed freakishly weird long legs to see over grass.
Yeah, they run down their prey, so they go fast. And one of the best ways to go
Stretchy long
fast,
dog.
one of the best ways to go fast is to evolve longer legs. I am serious. This is
Fair
a thing.
enough.
I have. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm being a biology nerd. It's my minor. I can't help it.
I mean, in a game about animals, it's probably a good thing.
Okay, this is seriously. My family will have like weird questions about animals, and they go, "This is a Jessie question," and they won't look it up. They just ask me. Yeah, that's okay.
This dog looks like Bayonetta.
Oh my god.
It's like
I'm-
Bayonetta's persona.
I'm making. Hold on. So.
Oh, he's so
you
fancy.
know what the
Look
discussion
how
is about.
fancy.
Mm,
Just such long, delicate legs.
So, nope.
oh my goodness.
So, what are you guys planning on doing?
Well, first, I would really, really like to get those guards away from the house so we can go in and talk with Mom. And how long would they have been, like, running around yelling for the little girl now?
Probably the entire time that you're here, like they're passing by you guys and they're like going beyond. So they've been theoretically doing this since they left the town, which is maybe like an hour or something for old lady to walk.
Alright, give me 1 second, guys. As Mitten leaps back over to the house. Just kind of hiding slightly outside the door. I think I can do noises with this. Yes, I can do noises with this. We're gonna totally make a sound. Sounds like it's coming from way farther away, out of sight, of someone yelling, "We saw her down in town. We need to go now." And hopefully it's loud enough for the guards to hear.
Roll a performance. And I'll have them roll.
All right, let's see. Ooh, heck yeah.
Oh.
So that was a
We are
perfect...
rolling very well tonight.
Why can't I roll this well normally?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect rendition of distressed human yelling from afar. The two of them kind of perk up and I was like, should we go? But like he told us to stay here. But what if they found her? You go. I'll stay. And one of them kind of like hesitantly, just like out of like looks over at Poppy and doesn't look like pleased about what's been going on, but they are running off back in the direction of town.
Well, we can handle one. Actually, I might fly around the house. Peek in the window over here.
Psst, psst, Mom. Mom, what's happening, Mom? Mom.
Meow. Meow.
Mom!
Precious, shh. I'm okay. It's okay. Like I was telling Lady, they're just scared. Did you hear that a little girl is missing?
Yes, it's nestling. That's bad. But they came in and they made a noise. And a lot of noise and made a mess. And I don't like it.
Are you trying to be quiet?
Yes.
You should probably roll a stealth to whisper without being
Oh no.
I mean, she is a
Yeah.
Hold on.
Mm.
Dice.
Better.
Like you see this person, like their brows knit and just kind of like look over that way and paying a bit more attention. Poppy doesn't say anything. She just shakes her head and like gives Precious a look like shush.
I make a noise like a
lady
twang.
in distress. Dog noises, whining.
Don't be mad at them. Like they're... If you thought they did something horrible to me, wouldn't you be angry? Wouldn't you try to stop them?
Already am angry.
So
Lady
don't
sort
be
of like
angry at them.
whines.
You'll probably do better helping them.
Yeah, okay. We can find this nestling. Probably do better than they can.
I'll be okay.
Lady, do you want to come?
Mm,
This is me hopping back and forth on the windowsill. Uh,
Lady just sort of tips her head and whines because she's still pretending to be a normal dog, and she kind of like lifts a paw and puts it on Poppy's, I guess, knee, and just kind of looks at her, like she'll waiting to see what Poppy wants. Because she'll stay if Poppy wants her to stay, but if Poppy says go, she'll go. But she just
She-
like looks at her soulfully. Mom, I don't want to leave her alone.
She'll put one of her hands over a lady's paw and just strokes her head gently. It's like, I'll be okay here. You go with your brothers and sisters.
Okay. Lady sort of whines. She doesn't really like this decision, but Mom has spoken. So she'll kind of like give Poppy's hand like a little lick of reassurance, and then head towards the door. Is this where the door is? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Poppy.
We're all huddled outside it.
They're not going to stop you.
Lady's just going to like walk with her head and her tail high, like this human is beneath her notice.
Oh, she's gotta go pee. They don't want the dog to pee. That's in the house, so they let the dog out.
She's the Duchess.
This one, I think this is actually the one you bit, so she's gonna take a
Oh.
step back as you head towards the
Good.
door, but she's not gonna stop you.
be safe, Mom. Precious can just fly. Can I fly through the window? Fly through the window and just land over here and nuzzle Poppy very quickly. Ah, I'm behind Poppy. Okay. Tokens! Very dangerous. And then I'm going to fly away out the window and all the way around the house.
Flap, flap, flap,
Yes.
flap, flap, flap.
So where do we start looking for this kitten?
I guess we have to still be quiet because we don't want that person to hear us, right? We start from the
Right, we should like have this conversation somewhere, not here.
Over here. Over here. Like behind the garden here.
Well, most people are gone and away now. They're not gonna hear you.
Well, we're still not taking chances. Bach, come here.
Bark, bark.
Fuck.
Bach. Bandit barks, but it's actually Bach.
So I guess first thing we need to do is figure out where this hatchling went missing.
Oh, we need to find Hatchling. We need. I can find Hatchling if, or me and Lady can find Hatchling if we have something to like smells like her.
Does this mean we have to walk all the way to town?
Well, or steal something from her dad that smells like her.
We could probably find something. I bet I could find something that's hers.
I would like to use my ridiculous panoramic vision that is like 320 to 340 degrees around me to see if I see anything weird nearby, like a baby or whatever.
There are no human kids around.
Okay.
Everything seems
That
pretty
was
like a lot of the garden looks like it's been stomped over, stuff dug up.
Ugh.
The wheelbarrow knocked over. Like just kind of
I
like
was-
looking anywhere. Like was the baby buried here? Like pretty much just
I was looking forward
through
to
everything.
those peas. I wanted to eat those peas.
Oh no, the catnip is ruined.
Not my catnip!
Catnip is
spent
always
so
good.
much time burying that beef bone, cow bone, and now it's been torn out.
Ah,
They stomped on my grass that I used to barf. But I don't feel good. Now it's going to taste like feet.
Yum.
will you really mind the difference?
Look, humans, they step in weird stuff.
They do.
Like they sometimes they clean their the bottoms of their shoes and it tastes really weird afterwards if they step on something. Like, yeah.
So plan.
Well, let's go into town and start with finding a piece, a thing that you guys can smell. That's how you do that, right?
Yes, we need
Okay.
a thing to sniff.
Well, I think I could probably figure out where this guy lives.
So you're heading out?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You know the road, like the little trail here that leads away from the cabin, leads up to like the wider it's a bit of a walk. It leads up to like the wider like road that leads up to the town. Then you could head up the side of the mountain to the town.
Uh-oh.
It's a good walk. Lady might be cranky about the upward slope of a lot of this road to get there.
Normally, Lady would be like complaining about her poor little old lady needs, but she's very angry right now.
Would you like to ride on me?
Very sorry about that. I'm back.
Ride me.
You are heading.
Excuse me?
First, Bach is gonna have to kneel so Lady can like jump up.
Buck would do that. Buck is a gentle goat to his family, not to anybody else.
Good book.
Okay, Lady's going to carefully
Just
jump.
like hang off the sides. Buck.
Okay, Lady's climbing onto Bach. She's
Oh,
gonna-
we're leaving. Bandit,
Yes.
get over here.
I'm following.
Well, if Lady's gonna be on Bach, then I will ride on Bandit.
Yes.
And so will Mittens. Mittens is immediately hopping up onto Bandit's back.
Yep. Yep.
So you are each other's mounts as you head off for
My ground
adventure.
speed is 10. I'm
Yeah. You're too.
I have
tiny.
short legs.
So, like I was telling them, the little path here leading from the cabin heads up the up to, it's a ways, like this this cabin is kind of like tucked away in a more woodland area of the multiple outcroppings on this mountainside that you guys are on. So it's an uphill walk to the main road, which is wider because there is not a lot of commerce, but like they do have merchants coming and going every so often up to the town and away from the town. And it takes a good probably a bit faster for you guys, so maybe closer to like 45 minutes or so of an uphill trek towards the town of Overlook. It's a nice town.
Oh, it's a very nice town.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So where do you begin?
No, that's a good question. Where do we live?
Not here.
Like what direction?
Yeah, what direction did we come from?
Well, there's a
see where it
spot over
says
here that
party?
says us. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
oh yes, party.
Yes.
All right, we have a party. That's party.
You should be able to control that. So,
have a question.
from your visits, like as I said before, this is generally a mining town. Most of the people go down into the mines. The people that don't, either do like the cleaning and cutting or jewelry making. It's mostly jewelry making. Most of this town's wealth is from making the jewelry and the gems that come from their mine. Um, they're mostly self-sufficient. They don't. I think the most stuff like they import would be like weapons for their guards. Like they have a blacksmith, but it's mostly for like the mining tools.
Horseshoes?
Yeah, horseshoes. General stuff. Not really like a weapon person and armor. They do have some. They don't really have tailors. Like they get their cloth from outside. Um, None of this I think
think
is
we should go
interesting
towards.
to your animal selves, but in general, Precious would know that like this is where the elder lives and his family is generally up this way. This community, I guess for your purposes, I don't think it would matter so much to like your animal folk here, but it's kind of almost run by a little tiny kingdom. The elder is currently the eldest, but generally like it's the same family. Like when the elder dies, the son or daughter will take over regardless if like they're like the eldest um of the family, but um it's worked for them. Some people complain about it, but nothing's really like this is a very static community, nothing really changes.
I think we should go toward where the miners are because they smell interesting.
Oops, I accidentally closed myself out of the game.
Oh
Why
no.
did you do that?
Oh no.
I have muscle memory for stuff in D&D, and then or not D&D, but Final Fantasy 14, and then
You hit the wrong thing.
yes, I was forward and moving forward, and that.
I have a quick question.
Mhm.
Well, it's almost 11. Do we want to wrap up for today and then sort of embark on town adventures next week?
Yeah, we might have to because I do have to go to bed.
I didn't even
Alrighty.
realize the time.
I guess I am working tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will also say the power to my laptop appears to have cut out, so I would have had to go soon. I would have had to
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't know. The lights are on, but
Nobody's home.
But okay, yeah, in that case, this seems like a good place to stop now that we're in
Yeah.
town.
we're at a good
Okay.
stopping place.
So hooray, animal friends.
Yay!
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 We're going to save Mom, and
This
these
is
people
like
make me feel bad.
This is like the D&D equivalent of shit posting, and I love it.
Yes, it is definitely shit posting.
We wanted to do something like this for a while.
I
Yeah.
was telling a coworker of mine how excited I was to start this. He very politely listened to me and expressed some interest, but he has no idea what I'm fucking talking about.
Remember, I'm a metallic blue, sky blue.
The shiniest puppy.
Yes.
Yes.
I fail most stealth rolls, by the way.
Disadvantage.
Just advantage on stealth.
Okay. So I will halt the stream. Goodbye, one viewer.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, single viewer.
Who's
Goodbye,
viewing?
Goodbye.
single viewer.